Hello and good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be back today, and let's hope that we're not going to have the same technical issues we did yesterday, right? I really apologize for that, and the reason I decided to leave that video on yesterday is just to show you these are the things that happen online. I'm going to leave it there. Some people may notice, some will not, some will mind it, some will not. I'm really fine with it. It's just really to show whoever is following us to see that things do happen. We can make it fun and we can make it even work for us, right? So I will not take you on today's video long either. I am here to discuss our poll results. I'm so excited. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Andrea, and I'm a mom of 4 kids. I'm married to Zvonko, and this is where you see A and Z. And we run an online business. We run it part-time, and we run this channel both on Facebook and YouTube to really try and have bring you some value and have you have fun. And we hope we manage that. And because we give it with all our hearts. And, anytime you have any questions or comments, anything that you would like to let us know would be fun. Maybe there will be some questions on here when we start looking at the poll. So let's see, to remind you, the question yesterday, and I really, truly, truly appreciate for everyone who has taken their time to answer the questions that I had in my poll. I hope you had fun too. And also, I want to thank anyone who's watching live. I see I have viewers, and whoever is going to be watching in a replay. What you can do, let me know where you're watching from, and let's start a conversation if that is something you wish to do. So thank you very much. So here I go. This was the question we had yesterday, right? If you had a superpower, okay, which one would you like to have? And I have mentioned this before. Imagine that you are a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5-year-old, where our world at that time, at that age, revolves around imagination. And imagination is a huge and a very important part in an everyday life. But often what happens is that as we grow, we tend to forget that. It's the same with the dreams. There are some people that had these huge dreams when they were younger, but as they get older, they end up forgetting what the dreams are because they just don't realize that we have to continue dreaming in order to actually attract that to us. And we have to be sure about certain things. So I will go into that a little bit later because I know where I want to go with this poll. So we have the results here, and I'm going to bring them on to you in the order of the least answers we've got, okay? So we had a question. I spend all my time in a day with my family and friends. Nobody has answered this, which is fine. It doesn't mean that we don't want to spend time with family and friends, but I understand because the question was a superpower, right? Because we had to choose, this was not one of those that was most important to anyone who has voted, and that is fine. There is no wrong or right answer here. The next one is also at 0%. I don't need a superpower. I'm already powerful. And this is also a fun one because actually, I think we all wish we had a superpower. And probably there's very little of us that we think we have it all and there is nothing to improve. So it kind of makes sense, the answer, because to me it makes sense because I think we could have that magic wand and just wave it and just make certain things go away or appear, etc. Hello, Usman. I see I have a few people here from Pakistan. Usman, wow, what time is there? What is the superpower called that you would like to have? Let me know in the comments. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. The one that holds fourth place is I own my house mortgage free. 20% of you have answered. I have been keeping an eye on this poll all day, and the results kept moving up and down. And just before I came on live here, I checked the results again, and we have all round numbers, and I love it. It's perfect. It's really amazing. It's fun. because what are the chances that we would have gotten round numbers? The next one we had was gratitude. 30% of those that have voted wished that they had a superpower gratitude. And this is also very important because in order for us to really attract, we have to find gratitude in everyday life, because when we are thankful and when we appreciate what we have, it's, I call it even the acceptance where we are at this point. This is what can guide us to go to the next step, and that's very it's very important. And I understood that very early in my life. I remember I was 18, 19, 20, around that time. And by now I know when I'm exposed to stress, I somehow just tend to put on weight, and I haven't changed anything. It's just that the body starts, expanding, which for the girl is not always good news, right? But I realized this is all linked to stress. So when I was 18, 19, or 20, this has happened to me. I've changed my diet, I exercised, I did so many things, and it never worked until I had that gratitude, until I looked at myself in the mirror and I could look at myself straight in the eye and tell myself, you're pretty, you're good the way you are. And I had to believe it. The moment I did that, actually the weight started disappearing, right? And this can really be put into gratitude. It can be put into thankfulness, into awareness, acceptance of where we are. Because I understood I had to accept this is where I was. And from here, in order to advance, I have to accept it. It's a fact. Let's move on, right? So to me, this is it's a big thing. And I love talking a lot about gratitude. So we had 30% of you vote for that. We had 30% of you vote for my bills are paid every month in full. So there are no bills that are left behind that we have to play with. And that I love this superpower. It's really an amazing one. And I know it's very important for everybody because everybody has bills. And all of us have, from time to time, bills that we have to juggle and decide which ones are more important or less important. And that is a lot of stress, and it brings up a lot of negative feelings. And it's not a fun one when we are in that situation where we cannot pay the bills. But superpower is a fun one, right? So thank you so much. And here is the winner. I help people build a life of their desires and dreams. This is huge. Again, this does not have to mean anything in particular as to how you do it, what is being done. I see it more in the terms of service. I see it, I can maybe help someone. I'm just looking at the question and trying to formulate what I'm trying to say here. The way I see we can help people, even with the smallest thing, build the life of their dreams or the life of their desires, is sometimes maybe in that grocery store, we're all standing in a line and we just smile at someone. We see that somebody is not having their best day, we smile at them, and we don't know what we have transferred with that smile, or just a look, or a wave at a neighbor, or at someone who's passing in front of the house, or we see someone in the bus, or as I said, in a grocery store, anywhere else. I think this is very important to be able to transfer a positive energy that we have, share it, transfer it to other people, because we don't know. Maybe that's all they need in order to actually go over to that next step and do something, and all of a sudden everything starts working for them, right? We don't know. Our duty, or what we can do, what we can control, is just spread that positivity and the goodness, and I think that is already that step one. That doesn't cost us anything. It's just our awareness to spread it. There are other ways to do that. I do it in a different way, or other ways. There are many ways to do it, and one of them is the business that I'm running with Zvonko online, right? That is another way of of helping other people reach their dreams, reach their desires. So those are the results. And how amazing is this to actually send something out there and see different opinions of different people and what is important. Everybody has their own different opinions and things that are important for them. So here Usman is telling me it's 3 p.m. here and I'm still awake. I'm guessing you're saying, Usman, 3 a.m. I don't know. Because we have it here at 6:11 in the evening. And because Pakistan is, yes, it's 3 a.m. I think you meant 3 a.m. Because in Europe it's nighttime and Pakistan is towards that side over there. So anyways, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. So where I wanted to take these results with you just briefly is really there are certain things in life where there is something. I wrote something down that I wanted to share with you. Actually, yes, you can read it. I wasn't sure if it's going to be the other way around, and I'm going to read it for you, right? So it says, there is nothing that belief plus a burning desire cannot make real. And this is Napoleon Hill who wrote that, right? Basically, he's giving us a math equation here, okay? There is a desire and there is a belief. So when you desire something, I really want to find a new job, okay? So that is a desire that we have. That's a wish. That's something that lives within us. And we just wish that it just happens. Now, what we also have to have in addition to that, and there are other concepts within this equation that I could add, but what he's saying is that there is a desire and then there is a belief. So we have to believe that that is going to happen and that we are worth it and that, I don't know, universe or the higher power is working on bringing all that to us. And what is the hardest part, I believe, for us humans is that sometimes we don't have that patience and we lose belief because the results are not instant. And that is okay if the results are not instant, because we still have to if the results are not instant, it just means we have to work on other parts of things, whatever it is, work on ourselves, work on our beliefs. We often talk about limiting beliefs. The limiting beliefs are when we believe that we cannot reach something because we come from a certain background, for example. And there are ways, I cannot go into that within this video, but there are ways how to get rid of those limiting beliefs. And the limiting beliefs are kind of, implanted in our minds from when we are really small. It has to do with the culture. It has to do with a lot of things, right? So that's a lot of fun. Basically, this poll that I did that was to do with the superpower, I was trying to actually lead it to the mindset. Because if we look at every single question that we have, okay, more time with the family and friends, we own a house, the gratitude, it's the same thing, right? Everything really ties down to a mindset. How do we approach these things in an everyday life, on an every moment as you think? What is it that you're thinking? What are the thoughts that are coming in? Are you accepting all the thoughts? Because sometimes we have those negative thoughts and we're like, why am I thinking this? The more you repeat it, the more you get used to it. So as soon as you become aware of those thoughts, you just try to tell the thought, just go away, and I don't want you, and I want to think something else. And this takes practice. It's a skill. And I love talking about it. I'm so passionate about it, right? So I could go on, and I will be making other videos about this. There will be a lot of videos that I'm planning, a lot of subjects I want to talk about. So I will let you go. Let me just see. I do have, so Usman, you're here. Okay. Yeah. So yes, it is 3:00 in the morning. Yeah. Well, maybe you should go to bed. Tell me the name of the book of Napoleon. Okay. So it is this one, Think and Grow Rich, the Napoleon Hill. And yeah, there you are. You see, Usman, So what it is that I have an older copy of it, but I'm very picky about books. there was something about that book that I didn't like. And I just actually got it today. So what I did, and I don't know why, it's a new book, but I take it as a sign. There is one page, you see, there's one page that has this in it. And it's on page, it says how to protect yourself against negative influences. So I'm going to read that. I don't know, I take that as a sign. So what I did is I just went to the back and I actually just found it right here at the bottom. It was written. It says, there is nothing that belief plus a burning desire cannot make real. Napoleon Hill. And there is one particular chapter in this book that one of the, what can I call him? He's a speaker. You may have heard of him. And Bob Proctor speaks a lot about this. Okay. So he talks about chapter 8. Chapter 8 is called Decision. And that is something he suggests for us to read. So that is something we can do another time. I think I can end this video for today. For me, it was a huge pleasure. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Usman, for interacting and making this video fun. And I will be back. So let me just see here. Hold on. So I will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I plan to talk about something else. So come on in, tune in. This is my day 3 of day 10. So Usman, if you were not watching, I am going to be here Monday to Friday. So this week, next week, 5 days each, 6 o'clock in the evening, except next Wednesday will be 9 o'clock my time because I have a special guest coming on who's all the way in Singapore. And we had to find a way to actually adapt so that he can be my guest. We'll have some fun conversations next week with some people, and it will be super fun. Usman, thank you so much. Usman, more motivation on its way. Keep your eyes on this channel, okay? Thank you very much, everybody. I really thank you for your time. I hope I'm not running into same technical issues as last night. If I do, I already have a plan. So I may see you in a second, or I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.